Hello and welcome back. So I hope you have seen one of my previous videos, which was clone a disk using the DD tool. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to show you how can you take a partition or hard or storage device, whatever, and make an ISO of that. So I'm going to pick a partition, any partition, a disk, and a disk, and I'm going to show you how can you make a disk image from a partition. So I'm not cloning the disks. I'm creating a disk image from a partition or storage device, and it's going to be an ISO. Roll the intro. That's enough. So let's go here, and I have a machine here with some storages, with some disks. Let's check this one there because this is the first one and it's actually already mounted. So let's check what's there. It's nothing. There's nothing there. Let's put something there. Okay. So I have some contents. Something really simple, really dumb, so that the partition is not empty. So let's call it a file 1 and file 2 or whatever. Oh, why do I want to make the swap on command? Okay, so of course I changed the user. So let's check this guy here. Cool. Now this partition has, which is mounted on partition 1, has a partition with some files that are some dumb files, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unmount this. Okay. So I have a free partition, which is this one there. And so the partition, it's 1 GB big. Okay. So I need to find some place where I have at least 1 GB available so I can dump the image to there. So right now I'm on my home folder, and my home folder has plenty of space. Okay, so I want to make a disk image from this partition. So I'm going to use the ISO standard, which is quite common. Okay, so I'm going back to my DD tool, and after I do the ISO, I will show you how to mount the ISO and see the contents. So you're going to make believe that we are on a different machine. Okay, but I'm going to show how to mount this ISO, this image, on a different machine so you can see the contents once there. And I can also show you how can you, with an ISO, clone that ISO to an actual partition. So, but those are multiple different videos. Like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps, and you guys get notified about that. So the idea here today is to get this partition and make an image of this partition. In this case, an ISO image. Okay. Cool. So this is where I'm going to put. I'm going to create it inside the root directory, which is fine. And I'm going back to my DD tool again. So DD input file equals dev and the partition number or partition name. Okay. Then output file equals, let's put on the root folder, and let's call it this guy there .iso, and that's pretty much it. So you are now just need to let DD do its thing. It's going to take a little bit because it's a 1 GB big. There we go. And there you have it. So now we have an ISO file that represents and has the contents of that partition. So it was really quick because it was only 1 GB big, so quite small. But there you have it. Now you have an ISO file that it's a complete dump of that partition. So you can also see here it's 1 GB big, which makes sense because it's as big as a partition was. So this is the first part. You can use the DD tool using this method to dump a disk, partition, whatever, USB drive. You can the input file can be whatever you want, and then you can just dump it out on an ISO file on your preferred location. So that ISO file has the contents of that partition. Now stay tuned for the next video, which are going to show how can we mount this ISO so you can see the contents, and we're going to make believe that it's a different machine, and we are checking the contents of this ISO by mounting it, and then you can just browse the contents. The third part is how I can pick that ISO image and dump it into a partition. But that's for a different couple of videos. Like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps, and I'll see you in the next ones. Cheers, guys.